Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Whitney Houston, We Have a Problem. This is our first ever episode, and today we bring you an interesting match. On one side, we have Cho'Gath, Tarek, Jax, Heimerdinger, and Misfortune. On the other side, we have Gragas, Malphite, Soraka, Lee Sin, and Draven. This is an interesting match to watch, and it's going to be even better to commentate over. Got some pretty normal starts here. Lee Sin jungle, Gragas mid, Soraka support, Draven ADC, and Malphite top. Everyone's moving into position. Lee Sin going red first. Looks like we're going to see a level 2 gank here. Interesting, somewhat high-risk play. Over on the other side, everybody's moving into position. Finally, we have a Jax jungle, Misfortune ADC, Cho'Gath top lane, Tarek support, and Heimerdinger mid. Interestingly enough, Heimerdinger starts with a mana manipulator. Interesting move, not necessarily common for many mid laners. And we're seeing an invasion, it looks like, by Jax, Misfortune, and Tarek. How successful this will be, I don't know. The blue team's moving into position to prevent it. Looks like purple team's not doing anything particularly interesting. Doesn't look like Lee Sin and Gragas are aware of it, though. Maybe Gragas is. I don't think Lee Sin is. Cho'Gath moving into position to make sure to prevent invasion on the red. Checking the bush there. Looks like we won't see an invasion. Tarek and Misfortune have pulled back. Jax is just staying out there by himself. Malphite over here just sitting by tower. Just hanging out. Looks like pretty normal starts across the board. Nothing particularly interesting other than Malphite will start with no damage. Then again, neither would Cho'Gath. Interesting move. Jax starts blue, Lee Sin starts red. Looks like nothing too particularly interesting. Draven's falling back. And the battle begins. Where will everyone go first? Jax clears his camp, Lee Sin clears his. Alrighty. Looks like Jax will clear his jungle first, and Lee Sin will move down to bot lane to gank. Misfortune and Tarek pushing in on Soraka and Draven, and here comes Lee Sin, and Lee Sin goes in. Helps Draven secure the kill on Draven and pushes Misfortune out of lane. Cho'Gath and Malphite up here just exchanging blows. Looks like Malphite's trying to push ahead, but Cho'Gath moves in on him and pushes him back. Mid lane, looks like Heimerdinger's pushing Gragas all the way up to turret. Jax gets double buff. Lee Sin and Soraka move in to steal his blue, but unfortunately it's not there. Tarek and Misfortune moving back into mid, or into bottom lane, sorry. Draven just farming up. Gragas falls back to tower. Lee Sin goes back into the jungle to clear some more. And what's this? Jax is actually moving in on Lee Sin. Looks like he's going to be stealing a couple jungle camps from him. Possibly his blue camp, it looks like. Gragas and Lee Sin are both unaware of this. Cho'Gath pushes Malphite up into the tower again. Uh-oh, looks like Lee Sin's heading over to his blue to check on it. Maybe he's gotten a little bit suspicious, or he just wants his blue. And here we go. Lee Sin moves in, doesn't hit the Q. Thinks that Jax has stolen it, finds Jax. Moves in on Jax, and it looks like we're going to see an early jungle kill here. They both flash in on each other, and there's the kill. Draven and Soraka have pushed enemy purple team up into the mid, up into their tower. Looks like they're calling for support. Unfortunately, Jax is already dead. Lee Sin looks like he's moving into the enemy jungle. A little bit of a problem here. He doesn't know what's going on. There's no camps over there, unfortunately for him. Alright, looks like Purple Team has no idea where Lee Sin is as Jax comes back into the game. Lee Sin taking a couple of his minion camps from him, trying to set him back a little bit. If I remember correctly in this game, Jax does fall behind. And it looks like Lee Sin's going to be moving into top lane. trying to push Cho'Gath out, trying to make sure that Malphite doesn't get killed. And here we go. Lands the Q, hits the E. Unfortunately gets knocked up, but he does manage to push Cho'Gath back to his tower. On the bot lane, nothing particularly interesting. Draven got both spinning axes up. Looks like they're going to try to go in on each other, and no, that doesn't happen. Jax trying to gank Lee Sin. Looks like it's going to be happening over here. Lee Sin going back in for the top lane gank. Doesn't appear to notice Jax in the back. Gragas pushed up to tower. Heimerdinger's really giving him a run for his money. Jax jumps in on Lee Sin. Almost kills him, but Lee Sin managed to get away with the help of Malphite. Oh, that was a pretty risky move there by Lee Sin. Unfortunately for him, he survived. I think Jack's a little bit PO'd that he's hasn't managed to kill Lee Sin yet. Does not look like Gragas is going to be able to get back into base anytime soon. He is out of supplies. Well, almost out of supplies. Looks like his crystalline flask is all the way down. He's calling for support from the jungler. Lee Sin's back at base. Soraka and Draven still managing to keep the enemy bot lane up against their tower, not letting up with that one. Heimerdinger is almost dead. Gragas could go in on this and probably secure the kill. And here comes Lee Sin. Heimerdinger is calling in for a gank on Gragas because he can't finish him himself. And here we go. Lee Sin moving around in the jungle to mid. Nothing. Top lane, they're still exchanging blows. Jax seems to be ignoring every lane right now, trying to clear his jungle. And Lee Sin goes in. Does he get the kill? Yes, he does. Bot lane's looking a little bit more interesting. Looks like they're trying to de-ward each other. And purple team has de-warded blue. And here we go. Draven throws his axe, catches it, and then they pull out again. Jax going back, almost really down. Looks like there was random call there in the river. Kind of distracted me for a second. And it looks like Soraka overextended, and Taric and Misfortune are going in on it, and nothing happens. Lee Sin clearing his red buff again. Gragas pushing up to tower. Heimerdinger coming back into lane. Jax going back into the jungle, and Cho'Gath moving back into top lane. Malphite's recalling to base for possibly the first time. Lee Sin is ahead here by 2 kills. Jax is unfortunately falling behind, and actually Jax is actually ahead of Lee Sin in terms of minion kills, but Lee Sin has 2 kills on him. That's almost 30 CS alone. Bot lane exchanging blows. Mid lane, Gragas is moving into the jungle to take the blue buff. Unfortunately, it's not there for Lee Sin to give to him. Cho'Gath getting plenty of free farm right now. Heimerdinger pushing up to the tower. He won't be taking the tower this time, unfortunately for him. He doesn't have the push to do it right now, and he does not have any turrets down to do it. Gragas coming back into lane to take care of that to push him off tower. Going to restore some mana there, and Heimerdinger throws down some turrets and shoots some missiles at him. Jax clearing some more of his jungle wave. Looks like Lee Sin is preparing to gank mid again. Possibly Jax will intervene on this one, and it doesn't look like it. Jax clearing his jungle once more. Bottom lane's getting pretty heavy. Taric goes in on Soraka, but it's prevented by Draven. Top lane, Malphite's sent by tower and waiting for the wave to push up to him. He doesn't want to go in on Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath will just ruin his day right now. How ahead is Cho'Gath? Not too particularly far ahead, it looks like. Nope, only has Kage's pick, and Malphite has Source Shoes. We'll see how that one goes. Jax is moving into mid lane on Lee Sin and Heimerdinger. Does not look like he's going to be able to save Heimerdinger on that one, but he doesn't even manage to do any damage to Lee Sin either. Bot lane's pretty passive right now. Looks like everyone's just trying to farm up. Taric waiting on the gank to get on Draven, and here it goes. Goes in on Draven, and here comes happy time for Misfortune, but it looks like they managed to pull back out of that. Jax stealing blue again from Lee Sin. Lee Sin being really unattentive on this one. Looks like Malphite's just letting Cho'Gath push up to tower and then clearing the wave. Cho'Gath is now ahead of him by 1 level and plenty of farm. Bottom lane, Looks like there was a small engage by purple team, but it didn't result in anything. They ward the tri-bush on blue team's jungle. Jax just went in on Gragas as he was trying to save blue, but it doesn't look like it resulted in anything. Jax now desperately clearing his jungle again. Lee Sin doesn't seem to mind too much. He's not clearing his jungle, focusing on his ganks instead. Heimerdinger sitting in lane alone, not doing too much. Shogath, Malphite still exchange blows here. And it looks like purple lane has gone back, leaving blue team to wonder what exactly has happened to their bot lane enemies. That does mean plenty of free farm for Draven, though. Not good. Don't let Draven get ahead. He will ruin your day. Heimerdinger wondering where Gragas has gone, unaware that Lee Sin's about to go in on him. Seems like Lee Sin's focused on shutting Gragas or Heimerdinger down. Lee Sin waiting on that gank, and here it goes. Lee Sin going into lane, trying to land that Q. Doesn't get it, but manages to get his E off. Dashes back out of the way. Looks like Gragas will be able to clean up on this one. Yep, and there's the cleanup. Gragas secures the kill. Lee Sin gets an assist out of that. Tark warding River, moving back down into bot lane. Soraka trying to harass Misfortune out of the way, it looks like. Misses her infuse, but manages to stay alive through it. Here comes Draven and Taric back into lane. Up top, Malphite still just farming up. No form of harassment on Shogath. Looks like Lee Sin's heading up top, but I don't think it'll be in time. Shogath is out of there. Mid lane, Jax is going to move in, try to clear the wave. Doesn't look like he's going to go in on Gragas. He's 2 levels behind Gragas. That wouldn't be particularly good. Heimerdinger comes back in the lane, trying to harass Gragas back. Lee Sin up top, looking for Shogath, doesn't find him. He's moving into the purple jungle, going to clear some minion camps if he can. Checking for that red buff, not there. Jax heading back to base. Malphite moving down bottom lane for a gank. Looks like it'll be successful. I do think they kill Misfortune out of this one, but unfortunately, that's at the cost of Soraka, but Draven picks up the kill. Taric moves back to tower. Heimerdinger sitting at tower 2. Lee Sin coming in for another mid lane gank. Will this one be successful for Lee Sin kill? It might just be. Nope. Heimerdinger gets out of the way. Cho'Gath pushes up to tower. Looks like he's going to clear that wave and deal some damage to the tower. Lee Sin moving in on Dragon. Looks like he'll be getting help from Gragas and Draven on this one. Jax moving down towards Dragon, trying to prevent it. Taric saw them move in on Dragon, knows exactly what they're doing. Unfortunately for them, I don't believe that Jax will be able to get there in time. Heimerdinger coming down from mid lane. Jax moving in on the minion camp. Unfortunately, he's just going to sit there and he's not going to engage on it. Looks like blue team will pick up the dragon kill. Does Lee Sin get away? Doesn't look like it. He's about to. Nope, does not get away. Jax picks up the kill. Draven manages to pick up a kill on Heimerdinger. Looks like Misfortune's going to come in, try to get Draven caught out of lane on that one. Jax coming in to try and get Draven too. Doesn't look like it's going to happen though. Misfortune manages to deal enough damage, but Soraka's there to push him through it. Gragas trying to keep the both of them off his tower. They will knock that tower down if they manage to get through. Looks like Draven's there trying to help with Soraka. Bottom lane completely empty. Minion waves trying to push up. Taric coming into mid lane. Top lane exchanging blows. Looks like Malphite will be able to push through most of Cho'Gath's burst. Lee Sin is back up and moving into jungle. Jax moving down to clear his blue buff. Don't think he's going to be giving it to anyone. He hasn't given anyone any buffs just yet. Heimerdinger moving back into lane, taking his sweet time to stroll back. As far as builds go, looks like Cho'Gath is far ahead of Malphite. Malphite's definitely falling behind. Lee Sin is built to Tiamat. One of the more interesting items to get on jungle Lee Sin. Very expensive though. If he tries to rush it, he might fall behind. Looks like, unfortunately, Jax has built no damage whatsoever. We're looking at a Zeal, boots, cloth armor to try and survive Lee Sin's attacks, a rejuve, bead, and a machete. He hasn't built his machete into anything. Lee Sin built Madrid's razors. Looks like Soraka's going to try to harass Misfortune off the tower. I don't think that's going to be too successful. Here comes Draven, though. Maybe they'll be able to pick up a kill out of this one. Doesn't look like it, though. Tarek pulls her back. Jack's moving up into top lane, going to make a gank on Malphite or go to clear some minion camps. I think he's too low to survive a gank on that one. Malphite calling for help. Lee Sin on his way. He's got to clear the entire map, though, and Heimerdinger might be able to alert Shogath before Lee Sin can move in. And here comes Jax into the top lane. Let's see how this one turns out. Lee Sin trying to harass Heimerdinger out of the way. Jax moving back into mid lane. Shogath pulling back from top lane. Malphite sitting by tower to clear the minion wave. Bottom lane's getting pushed up towards the tower. Looks like Draven's going to try to pick up another kill on Misfortune and does not move in on it. He might be able to take her, but no, he would not be able to. Unfortunately, it does look like that all of Tarek's CC and harass is up. And mid lane, Jackson Heimerdinger trying to push Gragas off tower. Lee Sin clearing Jax's jungle for him. Looks like he's coming back into mid lane to get another kill. Let's see what happens here. Doesn't look like he's going to move back into mid lane. Going to move back up to top lane, try and clear some more minion camps. And he's going to take the golems from him. Bottom lane sitting by their tower, waiting for the blue team to push up. Blue team has no idea that they're just sitting slightly out of their view. Jax moving back into jungle. Lee Sin moving in on Shogath with Malphite. Unfortunately, Lee Sin just got dealt a huge chunk of damage. He's going to be pulling back. That chomp really took a big bite out of his health. Ha. Gragas farming up. Heimerdinger trying to make sure that Gragas can't push up to tower. Jax moving in on top lane after Lee Sin is left. Looks like Lee Sin's going to be coming around again. He has a feeling that Jax might be moving in. Let's see how this happens. Looks like he's just going to clear his minion camp and not go up to top lane, unfortunately. But Gragas might be moving up top. Heimerdinger is going to sit in mid alone and farm a little bit. Bottom lane just focusing on their farm right now. Dragon comes up in 2 minutes. And Gragas moves in on top lane. Knocks everybody under tower. Tries to keep them there. And Gragas picks up the kill on Jax, and it looks like Malphite does manage to survive that one. As Shogath runs off, only a quarter of his health left. Heimerdinger sitting alone in lane. Here comes Jax to push in. Is he going to pick up this kill? Flashes. Dragon kicks him back. Manages to prevent Heimerdinger from leaving. And that's the kill using his Tiamat. Shogath sitting behind tower. Bot lane sitting near their tower. Draven and Soraka trying to push up. Gragas harassing Shogath, pushing him back. Lee Sin moving back into jungle. Purple bottom lane calling for support at 9-2 with only 2 minutes left in the match. Doesn't look like they're going to be getting it on this one. No towers have fallen, surprisingly enough. But bottom lane is really hurting right now. They definitely need some more jungle presence. Lee Sin has had just enough down there. Looks like we're going to be seeing Jax finally go in on bottom lane, and it looks like Lee Sin's going to be there too. This could get really interesting. I think Purple Lane's trying to push up to the tower, trying to take it finally. And here they manage to see Jax coming. Lee Sin moves in on him. Soraka exhausts him. Looks like Jax is going to be going for Draven with Misfortune, but it fails. Jax leaps on everybody, deals tons of damage, but unfortunately it doesn't matter. Misfortune shuts down Draven. Misfortune is killed by Soraka, and they push everyone back out of lane again. Lee Sin targets the tower. He's moving up to it. Trying to stay away from that Tarek stun. That would be dangerous right now. Looks like eventually Lee Sin just says screw it and goes for the tower. Soraka's right there to help him push it down, and it looks like they're going to take that tower. That's the first tower fall, and it is on purple team. Heimerdinger pushing up to turret. Looks like we're going to see him knock down this turret too. Nobody's there to stop him. Dragon is live again if anyone makes a move on it. Unfortunately, the game is 10-3 at the 19-minute mark. And it looks like Gragas is going to go back in the lane to harass Heimerdinger away from the turret. Deals plenty of damage with just a single barrel throw. Up top, Shogath and Malphite duking it out still. Nobody's really ahead of one another. Both Shogath and Malphite have no kills, but Malphite does have 2 assists on Shogath, making up for the lack of farm he has. Draven moving up into top lane to try to shut Shogath down. Doesn't look like it's going to be successful, though. Shogath managing to get away on that one. Mid lane, Heimerdinger just was killed by Gragas with the help of Soraka and Lee Sin. Looks like they're going to be targeting that tower while Jax clears nearby minion camp. Taric and Misfortune running around trying to protect the tower. It looks like going to be moving in on mid lane with Jax. However, will it be enough? They might be able to just knock this tower down and get out of there, and it looks like that's what they're going to be doing. Lee Sin stays in, manages to knock that tower down. Gets out of the way before Jax is able to do anything. Will he pick up the kill? Yes, it looks like Lee Sin has fallen to Jax, but Jax dies to Gragas. Gragas moves in on Taric. Will he pick up that kill? Misfortune used her ultimate and tried to slow everyone down. Looks like Gragas is going to be pursuing that kill pretty hard. He really wants that Taric. Misfortune harasses Soraka back in the lane. It looks like Gragas will pick up that kill. Misfortune moves in on Soraka. Soraka running back to tower. Misfortune manages to push up all the way, and looks like Soraka manages to escape. Misfortune gets caught out by Gragas. Gragas picks up another kill. 14-4, with Gragas having picked up 7 kills and without having died a single time. Looks like they manage Purple Team's top towers all in the meantime. Draven and Malphite waiting to catch. And it looks like that will be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to Whitney Houston, We Have a Problem.